Hi students, myself Reshma KJ, Assistant Professor Electronics and Communication. I am handling the course GB PhD 121 Physics for Electrical Science. So let's go to the syllabus. Module 1 dealing with semiconductor physics. The topics are intrinsic semiconductor, derivation of density of electrons in conduction band and density of holes in valence band, intrinsic carrier concentration, variation of intrinsic carrier concentration with temperature, extrinsic semiconductor, formation of p-n junction, Fermi level in semiconductors, that is for intrinsic and extrinsic, energy band diagram of p-n junction, qualitative description of charge flow across the p-n junction, forward and reverse biased p-n junctions, diode equation, and last VI characteristics of a p-n junction. And today we are going to cover the topics semiconductors, crystal structure of silicon semiconductor, intrinsic semiconductor at 0 Kelvin, intrinsic semiconductor at room temperature. You may have studied about semiconductors in your plus 2 classes. So we can refresh that, and also we need to add some more points into that. Okay, let's start. Semiconductors. What do you mean by semiconductors? Semiconductors are materials having electrical conductivity considerably greater than that of an insulator, but significantly lower than that of a conductor. You may have studied in your plus 2 classes the difference between conductors, semiconductors and insulators. What is that? The conductors will easily conduct electricity and insulators will not conduct electricity, will not. What are the examples for insulator? Plastic, wood, etc. They will not pass electricity. And what is the peculiarity of semiconductors? Semiconductors will partially conduct electricity. They have conductivity in between metals and insulators. We know the 14th group element in the periodic table include semiconductors. Is that carbon, silicon, germanium, etc. So, the good examples of semiconductors are germanium and silicon. Germanium and silicon are most widely used semiconductors in device manufacturing applications. And they have got, silicon have got the atomic number 14. Is that 14? Germanium 32. Okay. And they are known as elemental semiconductors. What? They are known as elemental semiconductors. So, what do you mean by elemental semiconductors? The examples for elemental semiconductors are silicon, germanium. They have only include one element. And next is other type is category is compound semiconductors. Compound semiconductors means more than one element includes. Examples are aluminum phosphide, aluminum arsenide, gallium phosphide, gallium arsenide, indium phosphide, etc. So here we are dealing only with elemental semiconductors. So coming to the topic, semiconductors have got conductivity in between metals and insulators, and they are known as elemental semiconductors. And semiconductors are bipolar. What do you mean by bipolar or unipolar? Bipolar means bi means two. Both electrons and holes are participating in conduction in semiconductors. But for conductors, only electrons. We know that conductors are either metals. Metals are sea of electrons. Only electrons are participating in conduction. But for semiconductors, both electrons and holes are participating. And we can now deal with the crystal structure of silicon semiconductor. Crystal structure of silicon semiconductor. Silicon has 14 electrons. So here the configuration is given. Electronic configuration 2, 8, 4. So how many electrons are there in the outermost shell? 4. So silicon surrounded by 4 electrons shown here. Okay. Germanium has got 32 electrons. So the configuration will be 2, 8, 18 and 18. 4. Am I correct? 2, 8. And that also include 4 last shell. In the outermost shell, it is 4 electrons. So in the 14th group always the outermost shell will have only 4 electrons. So the single atom of silicon and germanium have 4 valence electrons which are distributed among s and p orbitals. Silicon has got diamond cubic crystal structure where silicon atom is bonded to 4 neighboring silicon atoms. So in a silicon semiconductor there will be many thousands of silicon atoms, and one silicon atom will bond with other silicon atom by which bond? Covalent bond, because here the silicon atom, in one silicon atom there are 4 electrons, 4 valence electrons. So this 4 valence electron is sharing with other silicon atom. So the silicon atom will have silicon atom bond covalently with their 4 valence electrons in the valence band. So they are known as intrinsic semiconductors. What? Intrinsic semiconductors, because they have only got silicon atoms. All are silicon atom. One silicon atom is sharing with other silicon atom, and likewise each electrons, that is in the outermost shell there are 4 electrons. In order to get the octet we need 8 electrons should be there. So in order to complete the octet, each silicon atom is sharing with other 4 silicon atoms around. So they are known as chemically pure semiconductors. Only silicon atoms are included. Here energy band diagram of metal, semiconductors and insulators is shown. There are 2 type of bands. In each material there are 2 bands, that is conduction band and valence band. We know the outermost shell, for example for a silicon semiconductor, silicon semiconductor there will be large number of silicon atoms. All are arranged by covalent bond. So the valence electrons are lying in the valence band. All the valence shell align together and form a band called valence band. So the valence band consists of electrons. Valence band will be filled, and there is a gap between above the valence band. There is a gap above the valence band. It is called energy gap or forbidden energy gap. What is that? Forbidden energy gap. Forbidden energy gap. Okay. Forbidden energy gap. So conduction band, after that energy gap there is another band called conduction band, or in between conduction band and valence band there is a forbidden energy gap. The conduction band will be empty. Always conduction band will be empty. The higher energy levels are called as higher energy levels align together and form a band called conduction band. So the higher energy levels will be empty. Okay. In case of metals, we know that there are many free electrons. So only a small energy is sufficient for the electrons to migrate to the conduction band. So that the valence band and conduction band in metals are overlapped. But for insulators, see here, there exists a large band gap between conduction band and valence band. So they will not conduct easily because large band gap need to be large energy is needed for the electrons to travel from the valence band to the conduction band. And in case of semiconductors, the energy gap is in between metals and insulators. Small energy, on giving small energy, there is a chance for the electrons to travel from the valence band to the conduction band. Okay. Intrinsic semiconductor at 0 Kelvin. What do you mean by intrinsic semiconductor? Intrinsic means they are pure. Only that if we are taking silicon, there will be only silicon. So the structure is given, crystalline structure. Here silicon, silicon is shown, silicon or germanium. Both will have valence electron 4. So for each silicon atom, they are shared by neighboring 4 silicon atom, 4 other silicon atom in order to complete the octet. So that each silicon atom will have 8 electrons in their outermost shell. That is, they are completing the octet. This is possible by covalent bond. So here energy band diagram is shown. Look here, valence band have many electrons here, and there is a band gap called forbidden energy gap, and this is a conduction band. Conduction band is empty because there is no energy given. So there is no electrons in the conduction band. Conduction band is empty, so it behaves like an insulator. There is no conduction possible. If the electrons are available in the conduction band only, the conduction is possible. So we can give some energy. What happened? Explanation of intrinsic semiconductor at 0 Kelvin. You may read this. All the points I have already shared. Each silicon atom forms covalent bond with 4 surrounding atoms. The 4 valence electrons are shown by small black dots surrounding each hatched circle. At 0 Kelvin, temperature close to 0 Kelvin, they are in covalent bond with the neighboring atoms. Energy available at 0 Kelvin is not sufficient for to break the covalent bond. Therefore, there are no free electrons at absolute 0. They behave like insulator. Okay. What happens in the room temperature? At room temperature means our normal temperature. What happens greater than 0 Kelvin? This covalent bond will break, and what happens if they break? The electrons can move from this valence band. In case of energy band diagram, on breaking the covalent bond, and electrons will move from valence band to the conduction band. So the condition is that they must get energy greater than this gap. Is it? Energy gap നേക്കാൾ കൂടുതൽ എനർജി കിട്ടിയാൽ മാത്രമേ അവർക്ക് കണ്ടക്ഷൻ ബാൻഡിൽ പോകാൻ പറ്റുള്ളൂ. So here 1 2 3 4 5 6 electrons ആണ് വാലൻസ് ബാൻഡിൽ നിന്ന് കണ്ടക്ഷൻ ബാൻഡിലോട്ട് ട്രാൻസ്ഫർ ചെയ്തേക്കുന്നത്. അപ്പോൾ എന്താണ്? അത്രയും നമ്പർ ഓഫ് ഹോൾസ്. The number of electrons transferred to the conduction band equal to number of holes in the valence band. എത്ര ഇലക്ട്രോൺസ് ആണോ കണ്ടക്ഷൻ ബാൻഡിലോട്ട് പോയിരിക്കുന്നത് അത്രയും തന്നെ ഹോൾസ് ഇവിടെ ഉണ്ടാവും, ജനറേറ്റ് ചെയ്യും. ഓക്കെ. അപ്പോൾ റൂം ടെമ്പറേച്ചറിൽ നമുക്ക് കണ്ടക്ഷൻ പോസിബിൾ ആണ്. റൂം ടെമ്പറേച്ചർ കൊടുക്കുമ്പോൾ ഇലക്ട്രോൺസിന് കണ്ടക്ഷൻ ബാൻഡിലോട്ട് പോകാൻ സാധിക്കും. സോ ഒന്ന് വായിച്ചു നോക്കി. At a temperature above absolute 0, the finite thermal energy causes to vibrate about its mean position. When vibrations becomes violent, some of the electrons get acquire energy and break the covalent bond, and covalent bond is ruptured by thermal energy. Valence electron become free. Valence electrons covalent bond നമ്മൾ എനർജി കൊടുക്കുമ്പോൾ ബ്രേക്ക് ആകുമ്പോൾ വാലൻസ് ഇലക്ട്രോൺസ് ഫ്രീ ആവും. ടെമ്പറേച്ചർ കൂടുന്നതനുസരിച്ച് more covalent bonds are broken. The electrons liberated from bonds move randomly in the void spaces between atoms. If an electric field is applied, these free electrons cause electrical conduction. അതായത് നമ്മൾ ഇപ്പോൾ പറഞ്ഞു വാലൻസ് ബാൻഡിൽ നിന്ന് കണ്ടക്ഷൻ ബാൻഡിലോട്ട് ഇലക്ട്രോൺസ് മൂവ് ചെയ്യും എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു. ഇനി അവിടെ എത്തിയത് കണ്ടക്ട് ചെയ്യും. വെറുതെ ഇരുന്നാൽ കണ്ടക്ട് ചെയ്യില്ലല്ലോ. നമ്മൾ അതിൽ എന്തെങ്കിലും ബാറ്ററി കൊടുക്കുക എന്തെങ്കിലും ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ പൊട്ടൻഷ്യൽ അപ്ലൈ ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ അതിനെ കണ്ടക്ട് ചെയ്യിക്കാൻ സാധിക്കും. സോ അതാണ് ഇൻട്രിൻസിക് സെമി കണ്ടക്ടേഴ്സിൽ ടെമ്പറേച്ചർ ഇൻക്രീസ് ചെയ്താൽ സംഭവിക്കുക. സോ നെക്സ്റ്റ് we will study more about the forbidden energy gap. So we can see in the next class. Okay, thank you.